In this lesson, we will introduce the for loop. The loop is designed to make typing incredibly easy. We can use the for loop with range to determine the range we want. Range is determined by writing two dots between the numbers. If you want, let's work by showing our example. As you can see, it works similarly to the logic in the previous loop examples. If you want to include the number 10, you can type the equal sign. We mentioned earlier that the keywords continue and break can be used in while and for loops. Now let's update our code to run the next iteration when it comes to the number 5. Let's create an array with what we learned and print it with a for loop. We purposely wrote the length of our array here. Instead, we may need to automate everything in some code. We haven't touched on functions yet. I'll show you after a few lessons. You can use the len function, which tells us the length of the arrays. I rewrite it using the function instead of the number 5. At the beginning of the lesson, I mentioned that the for loop is easy. I don't think it was very convincing until this part. I wanted you to see that other ways are also available. Now let's design our loop to be pretty easy. Here you do not need to use the standard access methods for range or array elements. Each array element is assigned to the variable we created with the name item respectively. Since I haven't shown vectors yet, I won't touch on iterators. I will discuss the iterator issue with the for loop after the vectors issue.